Hey everybody, welcome back to a Dazzled or Disappointed. Today is going to be, it's kind of a different Dazzled or Disappointed because I don't know if, have I done one on foundation? I don't know if I've ever done one on foundation, but today is going to be a Dazzled or Disappointed on the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. This is the highly anticipated, highly controversial foundation. I'm not here to talk about all the controversy. I'm not here to talk about anything but whether I was dazzled or disappointed by this. I do think that Tarte is coming out with more shades. I know that's a big deal, especially with Fenty having released such a widespread range of shades. That has kind of set the bar, and so I understand that. I don't want this to be just another one of the videos that's just kind of like griping on that, because we all know that issue. I'm just really going to give you my thoughts on how this worked out for me, and that way if you kind of share my same skin tone, that kind of thing, you know if this is going to work for you or not. So it's going to be a review on both the foundation and I had gotten the brush that pairs with it. I am in the shade Light Medium Neutral. And so, as we all know, this is the foundation that came on the heels of the highly, blown out of this world concealer. Everybody loves the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, including me. I really do love it. It's what I wear quite a bit, especially if I'm going to do like a cut crease. That's the concealer I use when I put that on my lid. So I really also love the concealer. I'm one of those. And so I was really anticipating this. I was bummed when they postponed the launch on Ulta, but when they released it, I was like, okay, done. I think I'm going to really love this. So if you've watched my previous videos, you know that my tried and true foundations right now, I've got three, two of my top of all time, being the Fenty foundation as well as the Huda Beauty foundation. Now my third pick in that is the Dior Skin Forever, which I also love, but the Fenty and Huda are my just all-time favorites of life, quite frankly. And so big shoes to fill. You always have that hope that there is a release that's going to top what you love most, but that's not always the case. In fact, that's probably pretty rare that something comes along that really does take the place of something that is your all-time favorite. So let's talk about this. Now, I already applied it to my face. In fact, here in just a moment, I am going to insert the portion of the video where I first applied my foundation so that you can see how I applied it, how it went on, kind of close up, that kind of thing. But before I do, let me just pull this up real quick on the Ulta website, because you know I like to give you the claims and description of what these websites say that it can do. Hang tight for just a second. So of course this comes in two. It comes in hydrating and it comes in matte. I had watched some reviews and usually I tend to go to hydrating. I didn't, because they said the coverage was better in the matte. It looked smoother. It looked a little bit more, you know, I guess airbrushed. So this foundation is, I think it's like 1.01 fluid ounces. It is, and it is made in Canada. It's $39. It comes in 18 shades currently on the Ulta website. And here's what it says. Only at Ulta, Tarte Double Duty Shape Tape Matte Foundation provides the same full coverage as its concealing predecessor, the Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape Contour Concealer. It smooths over pores and imperfections with a rich airbrushed full coverage that dries to a flawless matte finish using a unique concealer-inspired wand. I do really like that. The formula absorbs oil and shine while leaving skin creaseless, hydrated, free of flakiness or cakiness, and helping to improve skin health with every application. Let's see. Use the Double Duty Beauty Paddle, this one right here, to seamlessly lay down, blend, and buff foundation for a flawless natural look. Skin-vigorating ingredients, vitamin E, a natural preservative that also works as an emollient and antioxidant, and mineral pigments soothe and soften skin. It's dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, waterproof, long wear, vegan, oil-free, talc-free, and alcohol-free. Like I said, it was $38, and then the brush was $28. So I still had some money on my Christmas gift card, which is what I used for this. And so At this point, I'm going to go ahead and insert the clip of me applying my foundation this morning. It's been on for about an hour now, and this gives you kind of an up close and personal, kind of shows you how it smoothed onto my skin. For reference, I'm a light medium skin tone. That's why I picked up this light medium neutral shade. And I've got pretty normal skin right now because it's winter and it's been really cold. I've got a few areas that are a little bit drier, nothing out of the ordinary. I've got, like I said, pretty normal skin. I don't get super oily in my T-zone or anything like that. I've got a little bit of bumps up on my forehead, which is kind of unusual. I don't know if it's stress or I'm just not drinking enough water or what. Maybe it's the cold. But, so you'll see all that in the video. So here we go, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so now that you have seen how I applied it, kind of a close-up, you saw that I kind of was pointing to areas, you know, around my mouth, and that's because right off the bat, the areas around my mouth, you know, right here, they tend to kind of break up a little bit. I don't know, it just looks a little bit rough right around that area, something that in my eyes shouldn't happen right when you apply. Just as I showed in the video, and just as you already know, it does come like the concealer with the really thick wand to dot and apply all over your face. Nice chunky bottle, obviously the purple stripe being matte, and then there's like an aqua stripe on the hydrating. The brush, let me give you a real quick thought on the brush. If you've watched my tutorials in the past or my Get Ready With Me's, you know I use the paddle brush by Pure Cosmetics, and I love that one, and it's not the sturdiest, so I do tend to hold it right here because I press a little bit firm, like pretty firm on my face when I'm sweeping on my foundation, and that way it doesn't break. However, but it feels pretty sturdy as long as I do that. This one, I felt, even though I was holding it right here to kind of give it the support because it is just plastic, it's not any kind of metal or anything like that, it feels very bendy, like it could snap. So I hold it here, I kind of give it support by holding it, you know, try to hold it right there. I don't know if I did that this time or not. It's what I usually do with my Pure brush, but so it went on like that, and I could feel it kind of giving, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's just not even good. So let me jump you into my final thoughts right quick. And that is, this is not the first time I've worn this foundation. So I did wear it today for the video, but I have worn it quite a few times, not quite a few times, a handful of times I guess I should say, since it came in, since my order came in. And I'm going to tell you that after, I don't know, like a 10-hour day, which is your typical day, I would think. You do your makeup first thing in the morning, and then, you know, maybe right before dinner, maybe right after dinner, you start, you know, taking off your makeup. So I don't know, a typical 10-hour day, more or less. When I look throughout the day and towards the end of the day. So let me just tell you, maybe about 5 hours after I apply, it starts getting kind of splotchy right along this area. And I am not putting my hand, I'm not doing this, I'm not messing with my face. So I'm thinking, what's up with all the splotchiness? I don't even understand. Towards the end of the day, in addition to that, I start getting the cakey separation right here where I initially told you, like right after I applied, that I just looks just not amazing right here. It starts really breaking up and separating. It's just not attractive. I'm not really, no. So obviously a disappointed for me on both counts, on the brush and the foundation, just not, maybe the hydrating one isn't like this. I don't know, but I'm not willing to try. So that being said, this is going back because quite frankly, there's other things I would have much rather put my gift card to. It's just not, no, I'll stick with the concealer, and I will stick with my Fenty, Huda, and Dior Skin foundations because this doesn't even touch any one of those with a 10-foot pole. So if you have skin type like me, maybe this would work great for you if you've got really oily skin and this kind of soaks that oil up and just kind of lays down to a really matte airbrush finish. I don't know. But for someone like me who has normal skin, just didn't work out for me. And I know, again, I said right now it's kind of dry, it's cold, so I've got a few areas on my face that are a little drier, but even if that wasn't the case, because there's other areas on my face that are not dry. They're perfectly normal, hydrated during the day, even right now in the winter, and it can't seem to hold on. I don't know, it just gets patchy, it looks, no, just very unattractive. Total disappointment for me. I don't really recommend this foundation. I'm saying if you want a really great one, go to one of the ones I mentioned. Go to Sephora and grab one of the ones I mentioned because this just didn't cut it. And it's disappointing because the price point is really nice. It's rare that you find a $39 foundation, although I want to say the Fenty is within the $30-something price range, so that might be a good option for you if you're looking for something in that price range. Alright guys, before I let you go, I need to give you the verse of the day. Psalm 4:8 says, I will lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. No one will make you feel more secure, keep you more protected in his hands, and that's just the most amazing place to be than God will. So I hope this encourages you. If you're going through hard times, difficult times, if you're struggling, I hope you take comfort in that. Just ask God for help and just, you know, you just have to sometimes say, okay, I know you're in control, and just leave it in his hands, even though I know that can be tough. Just rest easy in his hands, in his presence, in his will. All right, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful week. I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye, everybody.